Hi, it's Neva. Just want to pop and give you some strategies for how I survived the last real estate recession, and it looks like we're going into another recession. So I just want to share with you what I did that helped me through those terrible times, and what I would recommend that you do right now when there's so much uncertainty of what is going to happen to our economy. So I'm going to share with you things I did correctly last time, things I did completely wrong. Okay, so the last time, the things I would say we did correctly looking back is that the rental properties and things that we had, we were at about 50-60% loan to value. That was absolutely excellent because you don't want to be over leveraged. Over leverage is, the market tanks and now you're upside down on the mortgage. You don't want to be in that situation because you have more options when you have equity in the property. So that is something that we did correctly, and that's definitely something, as the economy is going down and maybe you're looking for property to buy. Sometimes people are always like, why do investors need the price to be so low? But that's smart, because when the market flips on you, you want to still be able to have some equity as the market declines. Okay, so that was something we did good. However, things that we did not do correctly that we learned and got a lot of scars from is that we did not have a lot of cash reserve, meaning that if you need to have a lot of cash reserve, because if the economy goes down, then your tenants most likely will not be able to pay their rent on time, which means you as the landlord and the property owner, you still need to pay your bank. Because that was the other thing. Starting out, when I started in real estate investing, I was just using regular loans from the bank, because at the time I think we could have up to up to 5 loans in our name. So that's what we did starting out. We just had regular loans from the banks and the credit unions for our rental properties. So if my tenant didn't pay the rent, I had to still pay the mortgage. Well, the recession of 2008 lasted 5 years. That's a really long time for us to try to get through the negatives of that. So that's one of the things now that I've learned is, for each rental property that you have, I would definitely recommend that you save to have 6 to 12 months of reserves. And I know maybe people are flipping out. How am I going to save that right now? I'm like, just start now. Start cutting your expenses and start saving to build that reserve, because you are going to need it, and your stress level will be much less, and you'll have more options working with your bank. If you can do something, you can send something in, right? So those are the things, like I said, I'm just going to share what we did good, what we did bad. You got to have your reserve. The other thing, not only do you need to have reserves for rent, you need to have reserves for repairs, because during this time, what you do not want is for the condition of your property to decline, because the condition of your property also impacts the value. So when you're estimating your reserve, make sure you add in repairs. So just a tip there that we learned: make sure that you can repair property, because if you're not getting rent, and the water heater or something goes bad, you still want to be able to fix that. Another thing is mentioning that is to get a home warranty. Look into home warranties that can cover expenses like that, so that you're not spending thousands of dollars when you could have just had a home warranty paying $40 a month, and if something happened, they come and cover that. So that's another tip. Make sure you have home warranties on all your properties. I would say is, in a down market, what helped me was picking up additional income streams. I was making my regular job, I was already making 6 figures, and then I started in real estate, and my real estate business started to do really well. So I was making 6 figures at my day job and 6 figures in real estate investing. Primarily, I was doing a lot of 6 figures doing wholesaling. Well, when the market goes down, for wholesale deals, you need to have a lot of equity in the deal. And so it was good for me to be able to, instead of just throwing those away, to now be able to make money as a real estate agent doing a short sale. So I would say, look for additional ways to make money. I wouldn't completely switch area of specialty and start selling cars or something, but look for other ways you can make money in real estate. Maybe you can start doing property management. get your real estate license, like look for additional income streams. You can start doing coaching, mentoring, a lot of information that I have learned doing this is very valuable. Like for instance, I became a loan modification like expert because I worked through so many loan modifications for myself. Like when I started, because they would not give us a refinance on our properties, that was what I went to. I said, look, I do not want to sell this property right now, so I have to get the loan modification approved. And at the time, they were telling me, no, you can't get a loan modification on a rental. Well, I researched and got information, and then I was able to help a lot of other people get loan modifications on their rentals. That's what I'm saying. You could build, other income streams and be able to coach and charge for your services, because I'm telling you, when the market hits, the information that you need to survive is not going to be on the front page of CNN. So as an investor, you need to really be out there learning that, because like right now, I can tell you, the stimulus package that they just put out it doesn't have the same rules as last time in 2008, what the government did to save the real estate industry. So as an investor, that is our job to learn that. What is the rules now for foreclosures? What are the options that people have? You want to be out here learning that, because that is very valuable information that I'm telling you, the average real estate agent is not going to know, the average homeowner is not going to know, and they're looking for somebody to help them. So that's why I say look to become a specialist in other areas of real estate. In a down market is to increase your marketing budget. I was primarily doing a lot of wholesaling, and as I mentioned, with wholesaling, the properties have to have equity. When the market went down a lot, what happened was that, of course, now there's literally less wholesale deals because there's less property available that has equity. In a down market, a lot of real estate investors end up leaving the market because they lose so much. They were over leveraged. They got caught up in the middle of a deal, because you got to think, right now we're in the beginning of the spring market. This is usually the best time of year to put your house on the market. So there's real estate investors that have renovated houses and we're planning to put them on the market right now and get top dollar. Now those plans have changed. I know a lot of investors now that are saying, no, I'm not going to put it on the market now. There's too much uncertainty. People that have reserve on hand are now saying, instead of me flipping the property, I'm going to change the property to a rental. So that's what I'm saying. When you have reserves, you have more options. But investors, where all their money is tied up in that flip, that's where you see that they end up leaving this business, because they lose so much money at this time. There's so much uncertainty. They can't wait but so long to put the house on the market, and they end up losing a lot of money. So as investors are leaving, what I have learned now is to increase your marketing budget, because you're going to have to increase your marketing budget just to make the same amount of money you used to make as an investor. So a lot of we buy houses, they're going to go out of business. They're not going to keep marketing as much. So now is the opportunity for you to come in and market. So what I learned from Joy Gendusa, she's the CEO of Postcard Mania. When I met with her, one of the things that she taught me is, over the years building her business, is that when the market goes down, to increase your marketing budget. So she's the one that taught me that. Now, her business is doing like 40-50 million a year or something, and it's a postcard company she started in her house. So that is weird. Like I said, I reach out to people that are much more successful than me and ask for tips. And that's one of the things that she taught me, is in a down market, always increase your marketing budget. But I'll end with this. The other tip is you must focus on yourself. This is an extremely difficult time. It's extremely difficult in an uncertain time when there's so much fear, so much anxiety, for you to be able to stop, think, and analyze deals. Very difficult. The only way you're going to do that is if you're mentally strong, you have your health, you're exercising, you're meditating, you're taking care of yourself, you're building your knowledge. Like right now, I've increased how much I'm reading. I need more knowledge to make decisions. So I'll even share with you like some of the books that I just read or I'm about to read. This one is really great. I finished it. The Obstacle is the Way. This is a great book. This book talks about the actual problem, the actual obstacle that is in your way, how you need to flip it and make the obstacle the path for you to get to success. This one I haven't read yet is The Essential Drucker. This one, Alexander the Great. He's very everybody knows about Alexander the Great, so I just wanted to read about it and his strategy and things like that. This one is The Psychology of Persuasion. This one is, I've been dying to read this book, the Accidental Superpower. So this is talking about the coming global disorder, and I've been meaning to read this. And so, of course, right now with all this this is a global issue that is going on. I'm definitely gonna make it my next one that I read. And then I got Steve Jobs' book. I've never read it. Just like little clips of it online, or my husband has read it, so he's shared it with me, but now I'm like, okay, I gotta read it. Read the whole entire book myself. Relentless. From Good to Great to Unstoppable. Definitely recommend this book. It talks about how to go, like if you're already successful, how to be more successful. How do you go from being, you know, a lot of it is that he used to train top athletes like Michael Jordan. So he talks about how do you improve someone that is already great to make, you know, Michael Jordan even greater. Blood, Sweat, and Goals. I've been going through and just highlighting things and trying to reinforce myself on things. And actually what I'll do is I'll give away some of these now for free to help you get your reading on, to help you as you're quarantined to do something positive at this time. So I'll give away 10 books. I'll pick 10 people just right below in the comments, like the most valuable tip that I shared, or if you have a tip from another recession that maybe you survived, leave it below and I'll pick maybe, you know, my favorite ones, and I'll send out 10 books for free. So I'll probably just make it a series and come in and share with you what I learned from the last recession. But as I said, the best, you know, focus on you and do not watch CNN constant negative news all day. So I'll see you. I love you. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.